Hey, Untitled Chapter. In this video I want to talk about how to get a six-pack, but more importantly, how to build a strong athletic core. Because there's a lot of different exercises out there for building a six-pack, but most of them don't really focus on building the core as a whole, and they focus on one section that actually leads to imbalances and injuries. Now, I understand why you want to get a six-pack. There's plenty of great reasons. It looks good. People find it very attractive. But what's the real reason you want a six-pack? Is it just to look good, or you want something that you can use? Something that you can take and perform in different sports. You can use it for parkour, you can use it for acrobatics, or whatever you want. Do you want a core that you can use, or one that actually causes injuries and other problems down the road? So this is what you want to think about when you're choosing your ab workouts. In this video I want to talk about the ones that I use and the ones that we recommend. So if we do this right and we build a strong athletic core, we're going to see a lot of improvements. We're going to see improvements in the power in our jumps and our movements. We're going to have stronger coordination in our movements. And physically, we're going to look better. So we're going to have a nice shaped six-pack. So when I talk about building a strong core, getting a six-pack, most people think about doing crunches and things like this. But first, let's talk about what the core is actually designed for. The core is designed to keep the body aligned. It's for stabilizing when we move. When we move out of alignment, it's for bringing it back and keeping a strong core that can stay tight in all the movements that we do and maintain this structure. Because when our spine is aligned and our body is positioned right, movements such as acrobatic flips, parkour moves, and pretty much any athletic sport, this is the structure that we want to have. We want the spine to be completely aligned, and when it goes out of alignment, we want to be able to bring it back as quickly as possible so we can maintain that balance throughout our whole movement and maintain a solid base or a solid structure for us to do movements. So as an athlete, we want to be doing exercises that involve the core as a whole. We want to be using all of these muscle groups together just like we would when we're doing movements such as a Kong vault or something like that in parkour. We're using all of these core muscles to keep our body aligned, and that's what we want to replicate in our exercises. So for example, the crunch. This is one that has been taught for years, and it's actually a really poor exercise for building the core. Because as we're doing the crunch, and if we do it properly, a lot of times this isn't taught right, but if we do it properly, you want to keep the back straight and really just tighten here. But even if we're doing it properly, we're still just focusing on the front part of our core. And so we're neglecting the sides and the back. And what this does is it means we're overbuilding one section of the core. So this is going to lead to imbalances. This part's going to be strong while the other parts are going to be weak. And that means it's going to lead to injuries, and also usually leads to pain in the lower back. So if you're experiencing lower back pain, this could be one of the reasons, due to an imbalance of the muscle groups. So when we're doing exercises, we want to do ones like I talked about before that involve the whole core. So here are some great beginner exercises to build a well-balanced core and also use more muscles. The first one I'll show you is the plank, simple plank. So we're on our elbows, toes on the ground. We're going to have good alignment here, meaning we're going to stack these joints, and we want to keep our back straight. So we don't want to sink the hips down low, we don't want to stick it up too far. We want to keep it nice and straight. And now this looks pretty simple, but right now my entire core is having to stabilize and maintain its structure. And this is what we want. We want exercises that work the entire core like so and are keeping it in alignment. So after you do this, we'll switch to the other side. So we want to get the whole body balanced. So we'll switch to one side like so, and then we'll switch to the other side with our stomach facing up, keeping the back straight. And a great thing for this one, if you want, is to elevate your feet either up on a couch or something, and then we'll switch to the other side. So that way we're building the entire core and stabilizing this whole time. Now, if we want to make this a little more advanced, maybe this is a little too easy, you can easily add little movements. So from this part right here, we can take steps. So we can step our right foot out, and walk like so, back and forth. Having to maintain balance and control the whole time, we can lift up one leg, one arm to make it a lot harder. And we can do the same thing, say for our side. Lift the leg up, put it in front, pull it behind. And this is just, our core this entire time is having to work extremely hard to keep his balance and to maintain the structure. So those are the exercises that we want to be doing to really work the entire core, build an athletic core that we can use in real life application. And also this is going to use more muscle groups at the same time, so we're burning more fat, which is going to help us get to that six-pack. Those are some great beginner exercises to start building a strong core that you can use. Now if your main goal is to get a six-pack, it's going to take more than just some exercises. You're going to have to implement different tricks and different techniques and workouts to really cut the fat that's hiding the abs and to build a strong core. And if that's your goal, then I want you to click the link in the description, and this will take you to our Athlete Ab Blueprint. And this will show you how to get a six-pack in the most efficient and quickest way possible, but also build a strong core that you can use in other sports and disciplines. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and tune in for next week because we have an awesome action video coming out that you don't want to miss.